press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello my dear students, let us continue from the yesterday's discussion. We have studied about viscosity, terminal velocity and the formula we have derived. Terminal speed is directly proportional to square of the radius of the freely falling object. Having that in your mind, let us solve problems based on the concepts viscosity and the Bernoulli's theorem and the equation of continuity. We have to study the problems first based on viscosity. Take the sentence along with me. Velocity of the water at the upper surface is 9 kilometer per hour. The coefficient of viscosity of a liquid is, means the water is 10 to the power of minus 2 poise. Depth of the water is 10 meter. They are asking find shearing stress between the layers. Question is, find the shearing stress between the layers. Shearing stress we have studied in elasticity chapter, mechanical properties of solids. The tangential force per unit area, this is a tangential force per unit area, that is nothing but viscous force per unit surface area of a liquid in contact. Using the definition, that is we have studied, the viscous force is given by minus eta A into dV by dx. Viscous force is minus N into A into dV by dx, and one more, the area of surface in contact is 10 meters square. They have given it. Surface area in contact, sorry for that. Not necessary, my dear students. They are asking force by area. No need to give the value of A here. What this negative sign indicates? Dragging force, opposing force. Negative sign indicates dragging, or we say opposing force. Hence, while doing problems, take only the magnitude. What they are asking? Viscous force divided by area. That we call as a shearing stress. Force by area equals to, what is left here? Eta into dV by dx. Eta is coefficient of viscosity. dV by dx is velocity gradient. Any physical quantity measured with respect to distance is called velocity gradient. Now here, eta they have given 10 to the power of minus 2 poise. In CGS system, the SI unit we have studied in the yesterday class, Poiseuille, Pascal into second, we have studied that. But in CGS system, unit of coefficient of viscosity is poise, and we should know the conversions here, my dear students. Means 1 Pascal into second, or we say 1 Pascal, Newton per meter square, force by area, 1 Newton per meter square into second is always equal to 10 poise. we should remember this relation. 1 SI unit of coefficient of viscosity is equal to 10 poise. Therefore, 1 poise is equal to 10 ikkada tagondba 1/10 of a pass. Therefore, here they have given 10 to the power of minus 2. I write here poise into velocity gradient. Velocity is 9 kilometer. 9 into 10 to the power of 3 kilometer per hour. Per hour means 3600 second. This becomes what? Meter per second. 9 kilometer, kilo, 1 kilo is 10 to the power of 3. Per hour should be converted into seconds. 60 into 60, 3600. Now, this dx is what? Depth of the fluid. Depth of the fluid they have given how much it is? 10. I have written 10 poise here, 10 to the power of minus 2 poise. And 1 poise is equal to 1/10 of a pass. So, I just remove this poise and I divide by again 10. Poise iddidina tagidbitte. And 1 poise is equal to 1/10 of a pass. Usually we have studied in the advantages of SI unit. This CGS system and SI systems, they are easily, one system to another, they can be easily convertible. By. We can convert one system to another system easily. Using dimensional analysis, we have studied 1 Newton is equal to 10 to the power of 5 dynes. 1 joule is equal to 10 to the power of 7 ergs. Like that, 1 poise or 1 pass is equal to 10 poise. In CGS system, unit of coefficient of viscosity is poise. Having this knowledge, so now again I am telling you 10 to the power of minus 2 poise and 1 poise is 1/10. Our 10th bantu. Next velocity. Kilometer per second, meter per second ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, kilometer per hour ಇತ್ತು. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ dx ಇದೆಯಪ್ಪ, ಡೆಪ್ತ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡು. 9 ones are 9 4s are. So I write 1/4 here. Do mathematics with your speed. Now what is left now? Minus 2 plus 3, 10 to the power of 1. Here 1 plus 1 2, 2 plus 2 4, 4 ಮೇಲ್ ಕಳಿಸು, minus 4. 1/4 is what? 0.25 into 10 to the power of minus 3. What is this? Shearing stress, force by area. What they have asked is shearing stress. So 0.25 10 to the power of minus 3. Stress means force by area. You can write this as a Pascal, or you can write this as, I told in the scientific notation you have to write 2.5 10 to the power of minus 1 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 2.5 10 raised to minus 1, ಇದೊಂದು minus 3, minus 4 Newton meter square per meter square into second. Is the, sorry, Pascal ಅಷ್ಟೇ, pressure ಅಲ್ವಾ, force by area, Pascal or Newton per meter square. Copy it. Now take a second problem. Calculate the coefficient of viscosity of the fluid. Of thickness 0.03 millimeter. Placed below an object. Placed below an object of mass 10 gram. as shown in figure. This mass they have given 10 gram. This is pulled down by a force of 0.01 Newton. This is a fluid. For that you have to find the coefficient of viscosity. They have given thickness of the fluid is thickness of fluid. I say it is a dx. This thickness, my dear students, the thickness of the fluid, that is a dx, is 0.03 millimeter. It is pulled with this system. The diagram is given like this. And he says, object move with a velocity of 0.085 meter per second. Find coefficient of viscosity of the fluid. There is an object, body of mass 10 gram. It is just kept first on the table. When it is kept on the table, because of the friction, the body doesn't move easily. But when an oil or a fluid of thickness 0.03 millimeter is placed between the body and the table, the motion of the object becomes easier. There is a force, that is a tension, you can say. This tension is always a pulling force. Tension is always a pulling force and always acts away from the body. Always acts away from the body with how much force? 0.01 Newton. When it is dragged, there is a viscous force, my dear students. Viscous force always opposes. And by the definition, that is viscous force is equal to minus eta into A into dV by dx. And the surface area is in contact, they have given, that is a 10 centimeters square. Surface area of the box. Surface area of the box, say like this. This surface area is how much it is? 10 centimeters square, is in contact with the fluid. Then they are asking, what is the coefficient of viscosity of the fluid? Understood. Now, taking the magnitude, eta is equal to, minus sign always says opposing force. Opposing force. So, taking the magnitude, we neglect negative sign. That dragging force divided by surface area into dV by dx. And coefficient of viscosity of a fluid is always positive. Coefficient of viscosity is always positive. Anybody? Again I am telling you, my dear students, minus sign shows that opposing force. Or we said dragging force. Like friction. Friction always reduces the motion. And it always acts opposite to the direction of the motion of the object. So with this, and this viscous force balances the tension here, 0.01. Viscous force balances the applied force because it is just in motion. When body just begins to move. When body begins to move or begins to slide, this force should be is equal to the viscous force. Then body will start moving. So that is 0.01 divided by surface area in contact 10 centimeter square. Centimeter square, 1 centimeter. Now fast minus 2 square. Square 10 raised to minus 4 into velocity. Now here they have given velocity, my dear students, 0.085. In competitive papers, calculator is not given. Then you should have a technique to round off. Now this can be rounded off to point, leave this 5, this becomes 9, 0.09, approximately taken is equal to 0.1. And again I am removing this 9, taking round off method. So 0.1, dV is 0.1 divided by dx, the thickness of the oil they have given, dV by dx, thickness of the oil 0.03 millimeter. So very careful in this, I write like this, 3 into 10 to the power of minus 2 millimeter. 0.03 means 10 raised to minus 3. Again milli means 10 raised to minus 3. 3 into 10 raised to minus 2, 10 raised to minus 3. So I get 3 into 10 to the power of minus 5 meter. All should be written in SI unit only. See here, this is given in centimeter square. I converted in terms of meters. This is SI system. You should convert all, unit must be matching. Matching iruvekappa. You should have a common units. Understood? 0.1. Once again, 0.03, 10 raised to minus 2. Milli. You got centi, 10 raised to minus 2. Milli, 10 raised to minus 3. So using that conversion, so 3 into 10 raised to minus 5. Solve this. Now, I take this to the numerator, 3 into 10 to the power of minus 5. This is taken to the numerator. Start. 0.01, 10 to the power of minus 2 divided by, here, 10 into 0.1, 1. 10 into 0.1 is 1. 10 raised to minus 4, take to the numerator. Into 10 to the power of 4. What is left? 1. So coefficient of viscosity of the fluid is 3 into 10 to the power of minus 5 minus 2, minus 7. Minus 7 plus 3, 10 raised to minus 3 Pascal into second. Coefficient of viscosity of the fluid 3 into 10 raised to minus 3 Pascal into second. Second problem over. Third, slowly I am explaining, concentrate, listen the words what we are saying. ಎಲ್ಲ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಯ್ತು ಅನ್ಬೇಡಿ, ನಿಧಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸ್ಟೇ, ಇವನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಪ್ಪ, ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು, ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸನ್ನ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಬಾಯಟ್ ಬಿಡೋಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. Now you take next concept. As we studied in the yesterday class, terminal speed or the terminal velocity is given by the formula 2r square rho naught minus rho L into G divided by 9 eta. This is the yesterday's discussion. Now in this problem, my dear students, again the terms R is a radius of the spherical object, rho naught density of the object, rho L density of the liquid in which the body is dropped. Some students may ask that, sir, if rho naught is equal to rho L, what happens? The terminal speed becomes 0, means the body is well stationary inside the fluid. But usually when rho naught is greater than rho L, the object will fall. Initially it will hit the surface of water with greater speed. Later on, because of the viscous force and the upward upthrust, viscous force plus upthrust which are acting upward balances the downward weight. Based on this, you will get a problems. When object of density rho naught is dropped in a fluid of density rho L, what are the various forces acting on it? You should be careful. One, downward weight, upward viscous force. When body is falling down into a liquid, viscous force is upward, and one more, the upthrust. So as we studied viscous force in the previous formula, Stokes formula, 6 pi eta R V plus this FB is what? Upthrust, or we said weight of liquid displaced. FB, weight of liquid displaced. So that is volume of the object submerged, density of the liquid. This itself gives what? Mass of the fluid displaced into G, gives weight of the liquid. That is what we said upthrust, or the buoyant force. See, my dear student, all these meanings should be known before solving the problem. Don't go directly with a blind mind. ಖಾಲಿ ತುಂಬಿಕೊಂಡು ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಆಗಬೇಡಿ, ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಫ್ ಬಿ ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಬಯಾಂಡ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್, ಬಯಾನ್ಸಿ, upthrust, which is when it is completely submerged, Vs becomes what? V naught, that is V naught rho L into G. Downward weight, V naught rho naught into G. After the simplification, we got this formula, taking volume of the object as a 4 by 3 pi r cube, spherical in shape. So having this into your mind, now let us understand some problems based on these concepts. Okay, take this. An object of density, an object of density rho 1. My dear students, you must copy this. These two important formulas you should memorize. Terminal speed proportional to square of the radius and terminal speed proportional to rho naught minus rho L by eta. So, ನಿನ್ನೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ ಮತ್ತೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಈಸಿ ಆಗಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. Okay, now start. An object of density rho 1 and another object of density rho 2 are dropped into a same liquid of density rho L, dropped into a same liquid of density rho L, then ratio of terminal speed, of two spheres, of two objects of same radius, ratio of terminal speed of two objects of same radius is, my dear students, an easy problem. What they have given? A common liquid is given. Here density of the liquid is constant, and object of density rho 1, object of density rho 2 of same radius are dropped into a liquid. Means the same liquid means coefficient of viscosity remains constant. R is constant. So R, G and eta. R, G and eta are taken as a constant in this problem. In the given problem, if you observe, these three terms are constant. Therefore, directly what you can use? Say terminal speed of 1 to that of terminal speed of 2. Ratio of terminal speed of first object to the second object is, here eta gets cancelled. When you take the ratio, eta is a constant. Therefore, I can say just directly rho naught minus rho L. For this problem, this is sufficient. I take proportional sign. When I divide this, the constant term gets cancelled. Therefore, answer is rho 1 minus rho L divided by rho 2 minus rho L is the answer. That's it. Easy problem. You can answer quickly. Now, third problem is over. Fourth problem. Put the number, my dear students, as you wish. Now, next question is this. Question number 4. An object of volume V is dropped in a liquid experiences a viscous force F. Viscous force F. Full stop. When another object of same density but volume twice the initial, twice that of first. Another object of same density but volume twice that of the initial is dropped in the same liquid, what is the viscous force? There is a beaker filled with liquid of density rho L with coefficient of viscosity eta. When dropped in the same liquid, the viscous force is F. In the same liquid, he is going to drop another object of same density, but twice the volume. Means if the radius is here r, here, sorry, let us say volume, because volume is proportional to r cube. Volume proportional to r cube. I can't say if it is r, then it is 2r. No. Double the volume is dropped in the same liquid means coefficient of viscosity and the density are constant. Then he is asking what is the viscous force? What is the concept, my dear students? First, downward weight should balance the upward viscous force plus the upthrust. This FB is, I told, upthrust. Now, weight of the object, here, weight of the object, V naught, rho naught, G, first case, viscous force is F plus upthrust is weight of the liquid displaced, V naught rho L G. Call equation as 1. Viscous force is F here. Or I can write F is equal to, the viscous force is equal to, just copy this, V naught rho naught G minus V naught rho L G. So you can call this as equation 1. For the first case, volume is V naught here. Initial volume is V naught. Second case, this is first one. Second case, so what is the viscous force now? I am applying the same concept here. That will be is equal to, or you can write the same. Downward weight 2V naught rho naught G. F dash is equal to, you can write from here only, F dash is equal to volume of the object, that is V naught rho naught G, twice the volume, 2V naught rho naught into G minus. Again, what is the volume of the object here? 2V naught, twice the initial into density of the liquid. If you understood this, I am copying here. I am copying the same, be fast. So what you can, what is the common term here? I can say 2 is the common term. V naught rho naught G minus V naught rho L into G. Now what this is? From 1, so F dash becomes what? 2 times of F. Viscous force becomes doubled. Understand this concept, my dear students, carefully. Apply the skill of mathematics. You can answer quickly. ಫಸ್ಟು ಒಂದು ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ರೋ ನಾಟನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಸಟನ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡಲ್ಲಿ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? ವಿ ಇದೆ. ಅವಾಗ ವಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? ಎಫ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೇಮ್ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಈಗ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಸ್ಟೀಲೇ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಆದರೆ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಡಬಲ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಗಾತ್ರ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ. ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ವಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ವಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಡಬಲ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ದಿ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ಲಿ. ಒನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅಪ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್, ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಫಿಫ್ತ್, now for a given object, density is constant. For a given material, density is constant. So density is equal to mass by volume. I say mass is proportional to volume. Bigger the means, for example, here volume V and 2V. Don't say that if density is rho naught, here is 2 rho naught. No. If I have 1 gram of steel, or if I have 10 gram of steel, which one is more denser? Both are same density. Density is constant here. Volume is bigger. Notice, if mass is bigger, heavier, volume is also bigger. Density remains constant. For a given material, density constant. Greater the mass, greater the volume. For a given substance, density is constant. So therefore, for a spherical object, I take 4 by 3 pi r cube. Again 4 by 3 is a constant. Mass proportional to r cube. One result. For all problems what we deal in this viscosity, they are spherical object. Spherical object alla keltarappa. ಯಾಕೆ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ರೆಕ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು ಸರ್? ವರಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಡ. ಏನು ಬರೀ? ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಲೆಂತ್ ಇಂಟು ಬ್ರೆಡ್ತ್ ಇಂಟು ಹೈಟ್ ಬರೀ. ಸ್ಕ್ವಯರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟ, ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಯೂಬ್ ಇತ್ತಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ ಕ್ಯೂಬ್ ಬರೀ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನಾ ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್. Means if I compare two masses here, m1 by m2 of two different volumes, v1 by v2. So with this mass proportional to volume, I can write this v proportional to volume proportional to r cube. So with this r1 by r2 whole cube. Dear students, big letter, don't confuse, this is volume ratio. Volume ratio. Now we have this terminal speed or terminal velocity. What is the formula? Small v. Let us ನೋಡಿ ನಮ್ಮ ನಾಲ್ಗಿನ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಪ್ಪ. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಮನುಷ್ಯನ ನೋಡಿ ನಾಲ್ಗಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಪ್ಪ. ಹಾಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸನ್ನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಡೇಟಾ ನೋಡಿ ನಮ್ಮ ವೇ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕಿಂಗನ್ನು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇದು ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ. ಈಗ ಇದನ್ನು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ವಿ ಅಂತ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ವಿ ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನಲ್ ಟು ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್. ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನಲ್ ಟು ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್. ದೇರ್ ಫಾರ್ v1 by v2 ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ r1 by r2 whole square. Perfect? Now in this I can say r1 by r2 is equal to, ಇದು ಕ್ಯೂಬ್ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬಂದರೆ ಕ್ಯೂಬ್ ರೂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, m1 by m2 ಕ್ಯೂಬ್ ರೂಟ್ that is equal to V1 by V2 cube root. Is this visible there? Now, once again I am explaining this, because we need this type of problems here now. Mass proportional to volume. Mass proportional to volume. And volume of a sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Mail bardidini. V proportional to ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ r cube. What just I studied. Once ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ. V1 by V2. R1 by R2 whole cube ಆಯಿತು. ಹೌದನಪ್ಪ? ಈಗ ನಿನಗಿಲ್ಲಿ R1 by R, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಈಸಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡು. ಒಂದು ಮಾಸ್ M1 ಇರುತ್ತೆ, M ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ? 8M ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಆವಾಗ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಪ್ಪ, R1 by R2 whole cube ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಬಿಟ್ರೆ, ಸೊ M ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್, R1 by R2 is equal to 1 by 8 ಅದ ಕ್ಯೂಬ್ ರೂಟ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂತು? 1 by 2 ಬಂತು. ಯಾವಾಗ R1 by R2 is equal to 1 by 2 ಆಯಿತು, ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡು, 1 by 2 whole square ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂತು? 1/4 ಬಂತು. therefore V1 is equal to V2 by 4 ಆಯಿತು. ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? ಬರ್ತಾ ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಮಾಡೋಣಂತೆ. This is ratio of terminal speed. I have just given example. I have given just an example. Means I have two objects of mass. One is M, other one is 8M. Then what will be the radius? Radius calculate ಮಾಡಲು ಈ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Copy the concept carefully. You take this as a problem itself. Fifth problem ಅಂತಲೇ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು comparison of masses, comparison of volume proportional to R1 by R2 whole cube. Question is this: two objects, spherical objects of a volume V and 8V respectively, V and 8V respectively, are dropped in a liquid of coefficient of viscosity eta. Coefficient of viscosity eta. Compare their terminal velocities. Problem, you can take this as a sixth problem. Notice they are asking terminal speeds. Terminal speed is proportional to R square. V1 by V2 is R1 by R2 whole square is a formula. Given volume ratio V1 by V2, V divided by 8V means 1 by 8. Volume is proportional to cube of the radius. That means R1 by R2 whole cube. V volume proportional to R cube. For a spherical object, if they are not mentioned, you must take as they are spherical in shape. Sir, kottailala, you must take them as a spherical object. volume proportional to r cube. So now you got 1 by 8, r1 by r2 is 1 by 2 cube whole to the power of 1 by 3. 3 ಆ ಕಡೆ ಬಂದರೆ cube root 1/3 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So you will get loss of, by the loss of indices, this 3 gets cancelled. ಮತ್ತು 3 3s 9 ಬರ್ದಿರಪ್ಪ, 1 by 2 ಬಂತು. So your answer ನೋಡಿ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, 1 by 2 whole square. So answer 1 by 4. Therefore V1 cross multiply ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ V2 will be is equal to 4 times of V1. Among 4 options, terminal speed compare ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ 1:4 ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ 4 ಆಪ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ 1:4 ಬರಿ. ಸರ್ ಅವರು ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಆಫ್ V2 ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು, V2 is equal to 4 into V1. ಇದನ್ನೇ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೋದು ನೀನು. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಸ್ another type problem. If V1 terminal speed is equal to 1.5 centimeter per second, find V2 ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ your answer will be what? V2 will be is equal to 4 into V1. What is V1? 1.5, 15 4s are 6, 6.0 centimeter per second. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತೇನ್ರವ? ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಈಸಿ ಇರುತ್ತಪ್ಪ. ಈಸಿ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಪ್ಲೇ ವಿತ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. Copy ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. I am waiting for you to copy. Don't feel that sir is explaining the problems very fast. No, I am slow. Our students should do the problems quickly and correctly. Next, same concept. They have given same liquid. Coefficient of viscosity is same. Two objects are dropped. One is mass m, other one is 64 m. Means same object means density is constant. Rho naught is same. Question is this: two same objects, or you can say two spherical bodies of mass m and 64 m respectively are dropped in a liquid. Dropped in a liquid of coefficient of viscosity eta. Compare their terminal velocities. Again, terminal velocities proportional to r square. So V1 by V2 is equal to R1 by R2 whole square. Here they have given the mass. Again, as we told, density is equal to mass by volume. Mass proportional to volume. Volume proportional to R cube. That means M1 by M2 is equal to R1 by R2 whole cube. They have given M1 by M2, M2 is 64, that is M divided by 64M equals to R1 by R2 whole cube. MM cancel. 64 is 4 cube. Therefore, R1 by R2 is equal to 1 divided by 4 cube. Again apply law of indices. So how much you get? 1/4. 64 is 4 cube. Taking cube root, so we will get 3 gets cancelled, 1/4. So your answer R1 by R2 is 1 by 4. So now you get 1 by 4 square, 1 by 16. So 1 is to 16 is the answer. V1 is to V2. Or we ask cross multiply, V2 will be is equal to 16 times of V1. Means heavier object will fall fastly. 16 times of V1. You can take this as another problem. Suppose if they give, if V1 is equal to 0.2 meter per centimeter per second, if V1 is equal to 0.2 centimeter per second, then V2 on the ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. V2 is 16 into 0.2, 16 3.2 ಇಷ್ಟು ಈಸಿ ಇರ್ತವೆ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ. ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟುತ್ತೆ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಪ್ಪ. Next question. N spherical drops are coalesced. Coalesced means combined, forming a bigger drop, big drop. When this fall into this bigger drop drops into a fluid, what is the terminal velocity? Terminal velocity of big drop S2. Solve it. N identical spherical drops. N identical spherical drops are combined, forming a big drop. When dropped in a liquid of density rho L and coefficient of viscosity eta, then what is the terminal velocity of the big drop? Concept is terminal speed is proportional to r square. So velocity of the bigger drop divided by velocity of the smaller drop, capital R by small r whole square, where capital R is radius of the bigger drop, small r is radius of the smaller drop. Again, what happens here? Okay, you have taken this, copy this. Here, volume of big drop contain how many drops? N smaller drop. N times volume of smaller drop. As we told you, V proportional to R cube. We apply this. 4 by 3 pi R cube equal to N into 4 by 3 pi into small r cube. 4 pi by 3, 4 pi by 3 cancel, my dear students. R cube is equal to N into R to the power of 3. N into. Therefore, idina cube akade tagondbitre. Therefore, R is equal to N to the power of 1 by 3 into small r. See this? Very important concept. When n drops are combined, small drops are combined to form a big drop, it has radius r. And each this drop has a small r. Then what is the relation between capital R and small r? Using this knowledge, capital R is equal to n to the power of 1 by 3 r. So finally, you can substitute here. Capital R by small r is n to the power of 1 by 3 whole to the power of 2 n to the power of n to the power of 2 by 3. If you remember that, problems will be easier. ಮೆಮೊರೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟನ್ನು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಈ ಥರ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಬೋರ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ನೋಡಪ್ಪ, ದಯಮಾಡಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಲ್ಲ, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್. ಐದರ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ JEE ಆರ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ NEET ಆರ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಸೀಟ್. ಫುಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್. ಈಸಿ ಇರ್ತವೆ, ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡೋಣ? ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಸ್ಕಿಂಗ್. ಕೇಳಬಾರ್ದಂತೇನಿಲ್ಲ, ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ, ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಈಗ ಈ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಿಗ್ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ಬಂದಮೇಲೆ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಆರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆಯಾ, ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ n to the power of 1 by 3 into small r ಅಂತ. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್, ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿಸ್. ಇದನ್ನ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಂತ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ಡ್ ನೌ, you take that as a problem. What is the problem? Comparison of terminal velocity. This is terminal velocity. I told, don't confuse with this. Capital V, big letter, volume here. Here small letters, terminal speed. ನೋಡಿ, ಸ್ಕ್ವಯರ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾರೆ ಕೆಲವು ಹುಡುಗರು. ನೋಡಿ, ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ 4 by 3 pi r cube. ಕೆಲವು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸು ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ 4 by 3 pi r cube. ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಫಾಸ್ಟಾಗಿ ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಮಾಡೋದು. ನೋಡಿಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, 27 ಡ್ರಾಪ್ಸ್, ಐಡೆಂಟಿಕಲ್ ಡ್ರಾಪ್. ಬರೀ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ದೇ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಪೆರಿಕಲ್ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ಸ್ ಕಣಪ್ಪ. ಸ್ಪೆರಿಕಲ್ ಇನ್ ಶೇಪ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್. ಅದು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿಯೋಣಂತೆ. 27 ಡ್ರಾಪ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ coalesced to form a big drop. Then what is the terminal velocity of the bigger drop? Terminal velocity of bigger drop when dropped in a fluid of coefficient of viscosity eta and density rho L. "27 identical drops are combined to form a bigger drop. When this big drop is dropped in a liquid or as a fluid of density rho L and coefficient of viscosity, the terminal velocity." What is the formula? After learning this, terminal velocity proportional to square of the radius, terminal velocity of the big, terminal velocity of the small is equal to n to the power of 2 by 3. If you remember this, it becomes just 5 seconds to solve. N 27, I write 3 cube, 4 to the power of 3, 3 cancel, 9. Therefore, terminal velocity of the bigger drop is 9 times velocity of the smaller drop. Suppose if they give, if terminal velocity of the smaller drop is 1.5 centimeter per second, if they give the terminal velocity of the smaller drop, the small drops each falling with a terminal speed, how much? 1.5 centimeter per second. What is the velocity, terminal speed of the bigger drop anta kelidre? 9 into 1.5. 15 5s are 135. means 13.5 centimeter per second. Okay? Or else, my dear students, if you understood this, it is well and good. ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಮತ್ತು ಅದೇ ಹಳೆ ಸ್ಟೋರಿಯಪ್ಪ. ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಿಗ್ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಈಸ್ n times ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲರ್ ಡ್ರಾಪ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. 4/3 pi r cube n into 4/3 pi r cube ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್. ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಂತ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. r cube is equal to n r cube, capital R is equal to taking cube root on both sides. Cube cancel ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, 1/3 into small r. Those who are understood perfectly, follow this, becomes easier. Just memorizing n to the power of 2/3. When n drops are combined to form a bigger drop ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. So now this comes out to be capital R is equal to n. How much they have given? 27 1/3 into r. 3 cube whole to the power of 1/3 small r. Capital R is, am I right? Correct. 3r. Capital R is 3r. Those who have done this, finish it. Now they are asking a terminal velocity. Terminal velocity is proportional to r square. Terminal velocity of the bigger drop divided by smaller drop. Capital R by small r whole square. I am writing this. Proportional to r square. What is capital R here? 3r. 3r by small r whole square, cancel 9. So what we got here? ನೋಡಿ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟೈಮ್ ತೊಗೊಳುತ್ತಷ್ಟೇ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ನನಗೆ ಇದು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನೆನಪಿತ್ತು, ನಾನು ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಬರೀಬಲ್ಲೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, with this let us stop here and continue in the next class. Thank you.